Oh, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Let me get this background off here real quick. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Command This. April 18th, a week away from the draft. 7 days. I'm Steve. I'm joined by my boys, Phil, credible, 5v5 hockey fights better than NBA, and Dev down below, Jordan 86s. And here we are. We got a little nice little new setup for everyone today. You know, bringing in the new. That's how we're a little rebuild for us too as well as we go into 2024 season. So, fellas, what is good? What's cracking? How y'all doing?
Oh, I just spent a weekend in Pittsburgh.
Shit,
make of it what you will.
Up Shit's Creek.
Actually, as much as I like to dump on the city of Pittsburgh, I mean it's definitely better than Philly. No, had a great time up there. Got to hang out with a few celebs. You know, I didn't put anything up on my Instagram about it. You know, Steve, Dev, brings all the pictures. Do what?
I love Hayden. Man.
Hayden Panettiere. Let me tell you something. All right, this is gonna sound nasty because she was really sweet. That girl gets right up on about here on you with a certain part of her body. Things are big and firm.
Man, I had the biggest crush on her when she was in.
Comment throughout. We're just like, good God.
Remember the Titans? You pervert? Is what you gonna say?
That's not how I remember her. I watched her on Heroes.
What's the trilogy movie?
Scary movie.
Bring It On. She was in the second Bring It On.
The latest Scream movie.
Scream, that's what I meant to say.
Yeah. Second Bring It On.
Dev, you are quiet as hell today.
Yeah.
You not hear me?
Little bit.
You got to turn up your mic.
Oh, my bad. I had to
turn your mic up a little bit.
Yeah, I got to be Hayden Panettiere. I got to be Christina Ricci.
The original.
The original Wednesday. Actually, it was funny because I always like to, whenever I meet celebrities, I always like to say something that I like to bring up a movie or a show or something that not everybody brings up, right? So I told her that I really liked her in the movie Prozac Nation.
A little bit, Dev.
And she was like, well, I haven't heard that one in a long time.
How about now?
Yes, better. You're good.
Better? All right, my bad.
So anyway, she says, I haven't heard that in a long time. Then she just looks at me and she goes, so, you like psycho crazy emo chicks, huh?
Hell.
And I looked her dead in the eye and I said, you might be the reason why.
Ooh. Phil laying it on hard.
Hey. I got a little
laying
bit
it on. Riz. Might as well. Do what you got to do. Yams in the chat says, Yerp, thank you for joining us. Todd Samuel, what's up, Todd? Says JD to DC or I'm a sue. Hey, man.
Todd is like setting a record because he's at like -6 minutes before the podcast starts and he's already talking about Jayden Daniels.
Listen, T-minus 7 days till we get to see Todd live.
Oh, my goodness.
We will see Todd live on the show.
I don't even know what Todd looks like. That's the funny thing. It's going to be like a face reveal.
Yeah. He says, can't believe tampering running rampant by the Raiders and Vikings with JD. It ain't tampering, baby. It's fully legit. Legitimate.
Tampering, huh? Is that what we're going to call it?
It's legitimate. Hey, Phil, go through some of these comments. Let me get this stuff out on the socials here just a second.
So we got a bunch of comments in already. Yam's having a good laugh at Todd already. Now, Tia, hey, happy birthday to Tia.
Happy birthday, Tia.
Says, hey, fellas, it's smelling like draft to me.
Hold on, we got to give...
Ready to get over it, move on to day 2 where the real magic happens.
Tia, this is for you.
Congratulations, it's a celebration. Party all day, I know you've been waiting. Congratulations, it's a celebration.
And Ellie checking in, Washington Commanders Declassified podcast says, long live 50 Nuggets. See, you remember 50 Nuggets? That's
Dev. That's the Dev.
That is an old reference. That goes to show you that LE still remembers, its humble beginnings in the podcast game.
I mean, was that around the same time Dev was talking about moving Cam Sims to safety?
I think he was doing 50 nuggets before Cam Sims was going to safety.
Hey, man.
Yam says Hayden Panettiere is still a banger. Like she is. I'll tell you what, because she was apparently like fighting mad allergies all weekend, and she was still like really gracious with people. So she was cool. Terrence with his Eagle shit. His
Terrence.
Go Birds. Steve, that's you. Yes, he loves it. Tracer, Amir Baharlu. Hail, command this. Yes, sir. Terrence said that it's such a new era that Dev ain't got his glasses on.
No, what's up with that?
Hey, man, I don't wear my glasses all the time.
Yam said that Vegas odds since the group outing and the shenanigans from Jayden's agent have raised to like plus 130 on May now.
I placed my bet on Fanatics at plus 150. So I can get about 650. I'm gonna get about 650.
Thanking us for the birthday wishes. Yam said, Yam's like, where do you go, Phil? Yeah. Yes. Yam, I went to Steel City Con in Pittsburgh. I helped my buddy. He's a vendor. He sells artwork that he has custom made. And I'm just there to be a second salesperson and manual labor to set it up and take it down. And, you know, it was I definitely enjoyed myself 2 different trips to Permani Brothers.
Oh, yeah, Permani Brothers. There you go.
That? What is that?
Permani Brothers
is pastrami sandwiches, like a deli.
They make sandwiches. They're like this big. And the Pittsburgh way of doing things is you put the French fries on the sandwich.
Yeah. So my wife went to school at Duquesne. She wanted to ask me if you were going to go to Permani Brothers, but all the good places she used to go to, they're called the Big O, the O. She took me to the O in like 2007. All the good places are closed, like all the bar places. They used to go to. It's called the O. It's like where all the college kids went after the clubs and bars shut down there.
I took my girl to the O right before the podcast.
Steve has 3 kids that he can't deny. Steve has 3 kids he can't deny, so we know he takes his blade to the O.
That's right. That's right. Ben Harlow with that Marvin Harrison Jr. chopping in.
Yeah.
And you know the rules, man. You have to go to StreamYard or flip over to YouTube. You know better. You're an OG, Ben. We know you know. I'm still going to give you the sound because you know. We got South up in here. The O, yes. The O used to be a very popular college bar up in Pittsburgh, downtown Pittsburgh that they used to go to. But all right, with that being said, we're flipping into our new approach, our new backgrounds. We got all the new here on Command This for the 2024 season. So we appreciate everyone who's tuning in. Please go flip over to YouTube, like and subscribe. Share with your friends. Share with your second cousin's uncle. And go Caps, man. We're in the playoffs. We made it.
Hey. Tell your wife, tell your girlfriend, tell your side piece. Come watch us.
Yes. All right, let me kill the music here. Okay, so if you haven't been living under a rock, you know that the Commanders had all 4 quarterbacks in to visit for the top 30. They call it top 30 visits. We've been talking about this the last couple of weeks.
Everybody.
Instead of, the traditional, you bring them in one at a time on this day, Adam Peters and his crazy, fantastic Einstein brain brings in all 4 quarterbacks, JJ, Jayden, Drake, and Michael Penix, all in at the same time. They did not get their own individual. They all showed up scattered around the same time, but they all proceeded to go to Top Golf together, play some golf. And then the next day, that's when they had their individual time with the individual coaches and stuff like that. So it's very unorthodox, but it was pretty damn cool. And before we start talking about it, I do want to show one quick thing here. If people are ridiculing them, Pro Football Talk is, telling people how stupid it was. Why didn't you go get your alone time with these guys? And basically they've already had their alone time. They want to see how they act with in the company of their peers in a relaxed environment. So yes, it's not, I guess, the most traditional thing, but it I don't know. Real quick, I do want to show the Florios, not the Florios, the Florio and Chris Sims, if you know who he is. Apparently, they are not happy. They did not like the way this goes, how it went. But I'm going to show it anyway because it's actually pretty damn funny. So take a look. We'll get into, let's get into this one here. All right. Here we go.
Oh no, it's Florio.
You've got 30 of these visits.
You guys hear it?
Why would you not bring them in one at a time and have maximum opportunity to get to know them individually?
I don't understand that either. I mean, I really don't. It's definitely odd to me. First off, why do we care about how they four would interact together? Like, they're not going to be together, so who the hell cares? Right?
They're never going to be together again.
Who the hell cares? I mean,
at the draft, maybe. But no, some of them aren't even going to be.
Pause.
It makes no sense at all.
Pause.
That's it.
Dude, do these two not sound like the same person?
They do.
I don't know. Why would you be? They're not going to be together.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, both of you can eat a dick.
Eat a dick.
Yes. Eat a dick. A dick. Phil would not know that reference.
You got these two guys, right? Does anyone like Florio? I think Florio hates football, right? So.
Yeah.
But now it's like, I think they're not going to be together. I don't know. And it's like, you two sound weird, first of all. Secondly, as I get back into focus, has no one ever heard of a group interview?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not
this all the time. They are taking a business approach. Not only that, right? These guys, you've already had 3 different interviews with these guys.
Yeah.
Your point here is you want to see them in a group setting because when they're on the team, they're going to be part of 53 men. Right?
Any men.
You got to see how they function in a group.
Yeah.
Does anyone stand out? You can stand out when it's just one-on-one. But can you stand out? Yeah. There's 3 other people gunning for the same thing you are.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's see how the people feel. Amir says, honestly,
look, if it's true, all right, all these guys exchange jerseys after games and all that anyway, right? So it's friendly competition, all right, because they're all going to get a bag of some kind.
And they all know each other already.
They all know each other. Let them hang out. Yeah. Play some top golf on the team's dime. And then they go over to, they probably got themselves, let's see, Ashburn. They probably went to DC Prime.
Yeah.
And got to gorge out on the team's dime and have a good time.
To one Loudon.
Evaluate these guys in a different setting than the same one they've already had them in 2, 3, 4 times already.
They probably didn't see Jay Gruden out in Ashburn. Huh, Phil?
I'm pretty sure they avoided Bar Louie.
Jay was actually on him and Colt McCoy are on a podcast now, believe it or not. I'm actually looking to check them out. Yeah.
Is that the father son porn hour?
Well, Ryan Grant's not there, so I don't know.
Okay.
Amir Baharli says, honestly, I love the move of bringing in all 4 at the same time. EM says PFT, Florio and Sims all eat cronies and eat the most crusty, sweaty, germy part of my taint. Oof. Tarrant says, I hear the Patriots want to trade the 3rd for the 2nd. It's floating around. They must really like one of them.
We could if they really want it.
And if you're happy with both of them, if you don't care which one you get, why not move back?
We'll let them know you don't care.
Right.
Let them know we'll care. We do care which one we get unless you give us the right price. Then we don't care.
Bringing in 4 quarterbacks at once was dumb. I don't know. What do you think, Dev?
Why do you think Todd Samuel thinks that?
I know that. I want to know what Dev thinks.
I don't care. I didn't see. I feel like they've already had enough time with him.
And that's what they said.
Even so, I don't know why it would matter. What they would. I don't. I also agree with them. Like they're not going to be together. Why did that matter either? But why wouldn't you just have them all out, have fun, see how they are? You know, who's the alpha? That might matter to them.
They had individual time the following day. Believe it or not.
Yeah. They had time to see him at their pro days and at their combines, and they had individual meetings then too. I don't know how much more you're going to learn about these guys in one more week. I mean, I don't know how much you would need to learn about them to where you're making a decision to draft them or not. Maybe they're bringing them all in basically to laugh and trade for Williams, who didn't come in. Like, you know, maybe that would be hilarious.
That would be the greatest. The greatest troll ever.
If you're looking at someone if they went to go play Top Golf, you can't tell me that
We need a dot.
Drake just didn't destroy everybody.
Competition.
Yeah.
Chapel Hill.
I'm going with Penix if they play spades though.
It's a competition.
Everyone kept showing the videos. If you've seen it, there's a guy named Capital Paparazzi who has officially blocked me on Twitter. Fuck you, buddy.
Why do you do that?
Because someone commented that it's weird to follow college kids around at the airport and try to interview them. And I was like, yes, that's very weird. All of a sudden I went to go look at it for blocked. That's the only thing I said was blocked. I was on Breeze's, Breeze made a comment. I was like, yeah, man, it's weird. It's strange. Then blocked. He blocked everyone who on that thread who have replied that that's weird or whatever. But
I mean, you know, he's not the first person in his fan base that's got an obsession with a college kid.
Yeah. Brandon. Big B, what's up, Brandon? He didn't bring him in to see how he didn't bring him in to see where their chemistry with each other will be. Obviously, I think I know what he's trying to say. Yes.
No, he didn't. He wasn't not to see how this with the other, but in a group setting.
Yeah.
And you know who commands the room?
Yeah, Ben likes it. Ben's all about relationships. And the Yams like you're dead wrong. Washington's not the first team to do it. Teams everyone wants to make clickbait points about. Bill Belichick actually goes on the interview and says he did it all the time. Of course, Todd says Jayden should have had his own time. They already had his own time.
He already had his own time. Different times.
Yeah, three individual own times. So, yes, Greg Delaney getting blown way out of proportion. It is getting blown out of proportion. I don't know. Tim Calloway, what's up, Tim? Thank you for joining us. Drake May kicked the Jays button Top Golf, and now Todd is scared. So, just so you know, the lines, I captured all these earlier today, right before the podcast. So, if you've been paying attention to all the betting lines, they were sitting before, I want to say Jayden Daniels like minus 150, maybe minus 200. Drake May was sitting at around plus 250, 200. But since that pro day, those have now become closer and closer. And I can give you what they are from Fanatics and from FanDuel. So right now, Jayden Daniels is a minus 165 and Drake is plus 125, which is significantly smaller. Vegas don't play, okay? That's Fanatics. On FanDuel, Jayden Daniels is minus 200, so still a little bit higher. Drake May plus 150, so that one's a little bit wider. And then on DraftKings, Jayden Daniels minus 160, Drake May plus 120. So that's the lowest I've seen Drake May in a long time. That's on DraftKings. So Vegas is smelling something. They're smelling something. Do you smell? Do you smell? I don't know.
I smell.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I want to show this real quick. Shout out to our boy, Big Doug and Carmi, who just now combined to form a show together. So shout out to them. This is Peters, and I don't know who the other guy is, on why they did what they did. Let's hear it straight from the horse's mouth.
A lot's been made over the last 24, 48 hours about bringing in the 4 quarterbacks. I know you in the past at San Francisco, Adam, have brought in different prospects before. Is it different with quarterbacks, or what's your sort of philosophy behind bringing in all these guys together?
Yeah, I don't think it's very different personally with quarterbacks. With all these guys, they all know each other really well. And so what was cool is while we got to see them all together in a group setting at the Top Golf, which was really fun, and I think everybody had a great time, and it's very beneficial to see everybody in a more relaxed environment. They all got a lot of time individually with their coaches, with us.
So you heard that, right? He wanted to see them in a relaxed setting together, just like you said, Phil. And they all had their own individual time with all the coaches later. All right, let's finish this up.
Where they were staggered coming in too, so it wasn't like they were sitting in a room together. They all had their own individual time with everybody, so it worked out really well. And then you got a great blend of that, and then working everybody together, in a fun environment.
Yeah, this is the first time that I've been a part of doing it with a huge group of players.
Someone tell me who that is. I don't know who that is. I am not smart enough.
Is that the guy? Is that one of the new guys they brought in?
Scouting, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe want someone in the chat. You guys are smarter than we are.
I can't remember his name.
Y'all let us know. Let us know. Let's hear what he has to say. That's his first time doing it that way.
Players together at once. And I thought it was a really cool dynamic seeing like the organic, like how guys came together, how magnetic certain individuals were versus others. Just that loose kind of casual feel from the one night to the next day where it was more individualized the next day. So I really thought it was a great experience because you see how guys are in a group, you see, and then you spend time with them individually as well. So I came away from it very impressed with the process, and I just thought it was very positive.
All right, so pretty cool. Thank you to Doug McCrae for sharing that. LE says Daniels is going to, Patriots will trade back, McCarthy going to the Giants at 6. Still think there's a shot for May. I think it's higher than everyone might think. Just my personal belief, but
and I'd be cool with either one, honestly.
That's what I'm saying.
I want Daniels, but I'm still thinking it's gonna be May, bro.
Yeah,
like I still think it's gonna be May. I think it's gonna be May. I want Daniels. Don't get it twisted. I'll be happy with May, man. I think May's gonna be a good talent, man.
Yeah,
honestly, I'm not.
Marcus Edlin, what's up, Marcus? Says I didn't have any issue with all 4 quarterbacks at once.
I actually enjoy the fact that we don't know anything, man. It's just like the coaching. We had no idea. Like
zero.
I love this about the organization.
Zippy.
It's pretty cool to not. It's actually more exciting than the WNBA, which isn't hard to do. Until next year, I guess.
Next year. All the good players come up, and we can see them. We can.
8 plus 8.
That's right. Tim said another reason why the prospects all came at the same time is probably because Josh Harris wanted to sit in on the interviews. He did say that. He did say that he was going to be a part of the interview. So that is not Josh Harris.
So the other guy is assistant. It's Lance Newmark. He's the assistant general manager.
Yeah. AG, thanks for tuning in, bro. Says May will play 14 years. Daniels will play 7 exciting seasons. Tac RG3. That's
RG3. I'll take 17 exciting seasons if that's what you want.
No, only one of them was exciting. I wish it would have been more, but it just, just how it ended up working out.
One season in a couple games.
Yeah.
I'll take 7 seasons of I'm tripping.
Ryan says Jayden will only be around 3 years as a starter and will become Sam Howell's backup. Man, Ryan is on one. Ryan is on one, man. Todd said, okay, that's the assistant general manager. Got it. Thank you, Todd. Appreciate it. Newmark. Lance Newmark. There you go.
If we draft Daniels, I'm
Mike Bell for you guys.
At Madden this year, bro.
Oh, bro, he's gonna be so sick in Madden.
Y'all's ass at Madden if we get
playing with Lamar Jackson so much fun.
Low key is the only reason I want him. Low key, it's very low key. But
for Madden,
it's a near trade if you really want to do it.
Todd said May will play 14 seasons in the the UFL. Oof. Amir says, I'm not anti-Daniels at all. If he's the choice, I'll support the young man. Same with May McCarthy. I'm just anti-Lord Todamort. Yeah. Yep. Okay.
Todd in the flesh,
I can't wait to see Todd next week. I cannot wait.
Be on the show right here for the pick, man.
It's going to be great. So if you are still with us, we appreciate it. And if you saw all the banter, we just talked about how they brought the 4 quarterbacks into Ashburn to hang out. Continue on the Adam Peters mark. He said, "We're real close on the number 2 pick." That's what he said. We're real close. We're real close on, I quote, on the number 2 pick.
Why don't people ask like blatant questions like who do you like more, Daniels or May? Like, I don't know how to just ask this shit. Why everybody gotta ask, what are you looking for? Just say, hey man, which one of these guys do you like the most? Just to see what we would say.
I guess the question that really should be asked is, do you think that they're really close? Do you think they made a decision? Or do you think Peters, as much as we don't know what's going on, when Peters talks, he hasn't seemed to be deceptive. They just don't show their hand either.
Yeah, true. And what he said was, and I'll show you guys here in a second, what I think the thing to take away from all of it is we're real close to figuring out which prospect will be the team's choice on April 25th. We feel great about staying at number 2. We don't see a lot of scenarios where we trade down. That's the thing you should probably take away from all this. They don't see a lot of scenarios where they trade down. I think that's the important thing that I took from it. So think about this what you will. I just wanted to show that we wanted to show that Peters. I don't think Peters is into trading down unless he gets something he can't refuse, and I don't know what that is. I really don't. I wish I really did. Like I really do, but I don't. I don't know.
Let's skip ahead in the comment. Okay.
This one?
No,
go for it.
Skip ahead here. AG said this. All right. Pressure is on Peters to make the right choice. What if there is no wrong choice?
Like eating a Reese's. There's no wrong way.
There may not be a wrong choice. That's the thing. That's the thing that when people split into these two camps, when it was first a Jayden Daniels hive, and then you had a Drake May hive kind of build in counter to that. The one thing I say is that what if there is no wrong decision here? What if both quarterbacks end up being successful professional quarterbacks?
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Then when we look back on this draft and still be like, hey, we should take this guy instead of the other guy because of blah, 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 blah. And, it might be, it's like, Marino and Elway were taken in the same draft and often put in the same pockets together. But both were great. And Elway went number 1. But, you had several quarterbacks going that draft, and they were all kind of tied at the hip in that 83 draft. And this may be another replay of that. Now, granted, every time we hear that comparison to the 83 draft, it never turns out to be that way.
Todd's calling Doug in Magic if Peters keeps playing around. Just let Peters work, man. Let him work. Let him work.
The 1983 NFL draft, 6 quarterbacks taken in the first round, right? 3 of them are in the Hall of Fame. Just saying.
Yeah.
And if this is similar to that, you have a 50% chance if you pick any of these quarterbacks of hitting the mark, right? And of the 3 that didn't make the Hall of Fame, 1 went to the playoffs multiple times. That's Ken O'Brien. And 1 went to the Super Bowl, and that's Tony Eason.
Yeah.
Quarterback the Patriots to the Super Bowl. And then they got steamrolled by the 85 Bears. But, that was to be expected. But nonetheless, that's the thing you got to consider is that we may draft Jayden Daniels and you didn't want Jayden. Or we may draft Drake May and you didn't want Drake. But no matter who it is, it's still your quarterback. And you should want them to be successful no matter what. But it's this weird thing that there's a group of fans that would rather be right about the draft pick than the draft pick be right.
Yeah. I mean, you should always want what's best for your team, even if that at your own expense of being wrong. Who gives a shit? You didn't get no points for calling it out. You 0 points. I don't get it. You're right, Phil. You should be right about the pick. Say it again. You should be.
You don't want. You should want the team to be right about the pick, not you. Not you right about the pick.
Yeah. There you go. Ryan says the Vikings 11-23 and next year's first would do it for me. I think I need more to go from 11-2. I think I need more than that. 11-23 next year's first, and
then we could get Michael Penix, and we could talk about all the great Spades games going on in the locker room.
Yeah, give me another
need to bring back ping pong table. We'll just keep partying.
Yeah. Utah, what's up, Utah? Thank you for tuning in, bro. We appreciate you always popping in, saying hi, Utah, from the group chat. Always nice to see you, brother. Yam said he's got a gut that the top 5 guys can all be successful. He thinks that one of those will be one of those rare draft cases. But I think statistically, of the top 3 or 4, 2 or 3 will not be good. I think that's how it works out, statistically wise. If I'm not mistaken. Greg's talking about the JJ Hive. I don't know.
I don't even get that one. But
Dietrich from Facebook, thank you for tuning in, man. We appreciate you. He says, how challenging is it to improve a quarterback footwork, such as Drake May? Well, I mean, you got Tavita Pritchard, you got Cliff Kingsbury. They're all offensive guys. People are saying you can improve footwork. There's things that are harder to improve, like running into sacks, pressure to sack ratio, accuracy, driving the ball downfield. Those are things that are really hard to improve on the next level. Footwork, I think, is kind of coachable. No, I'm not a coach. Don't quote me. I'm just using my personal opinion. I think footwork's a little bit easier to to fix. But you got to also understand that Drake May's only had 2 years of experience. Only 2 years of experience versus Jayden Daniels 5. Jayden Daniels 5th-year starter. He has the experience. And he's good. There's a reason for it.
The footwork thing with Drake May is overblown. It's kind of like when we overblow Jayden Daniels being built like a 90s supermodel on heroin. It's the same thing where, see what I did? I overblew how slight his frame is, right? Because it makes Jayden sound bad. If you overblow a negative about a guy you don't want, how intellectually honest are you being? I make fun of the Jayden Daniels thing because, well, Todd sat there and guaranteed that Jayden Daniels would be 220 on his pro day.
210.
But nonetheless, my thing is that the footwork thing has kind of been proven to be a bit of an overstatement to knock May, just as Jayden Daniels' slight frame
correct.
Has been overblown. And the fact that he apparently can't pass over the middle, that's been a bit overblown too. It is something that he struggles with, just not so mightily that's like, if the ball goes over the middle, we don't know what's going to happen. It's
got this tweet from Guru Fantasy World, David Gautieri. Jayden Daniels being projected a top 5 pick as a 5th-year declare is fairly unprecedented. There's been only 34 quarterbacks drafted in the top 5 since 2000, and only 2 of them were 5th-year late declares. Good news, Joe Burrow and Carson Palmer. So that's something to look out for. Do you guys remember where Carson Palmer went to college?
Yeah, USC, right?
USC, there you go. USC has spit out some quarterbacks. They were quarterback U for a while. Do you remember that?
None of them were good.
None of them were good. I'm just saying the ones that
Louisville
produced and came to the college.
The only team to have 3 MVP trophies in the college football is Louisville. I want y'all to remember this. More MVP trophies than any university in the NFL. Louisville.
Yeah. Terrence said, Phil spitting facts. Mir says, Raiders first round this year, second round of this year, first round next year, and Devontae Adams for me. Dude, pour it on. Pour it on. With that being said, so we saw all the nonsense that we talked about with bringing all the quarterbacks into Ashburn to be out there once. And then on Twitter, Jayden Daniels' agent Ron Butler, you can go follow him on Twitter, proceeded to like that Chris Sims and Mike Florio video that we just showed, bashing the Commanders for the process. He proceeded to, he tweeted about it, like gave the emoji. You know what I mean? The right?
Yep.
You can go to his likes. You can go to his likes and see some of these other posts. This is JD's agent disagreeing with the take, in my opinion. Let's not Twitter. He liked that post. He liked the Mike Florio bashing the Commanders post. This guy right here, DG28, not a good follow on Twitter. I don't think he is. But how many companies do this? Puts them around their peers, brings players from the team along, and see how they interact. Who the fuck cares how they interact with the players they never played with? This doesn't make sense to me. His agent liked those tweets. He must not know how to use Twitter. I don't know.
Doug,
but I guess my question is to you guys and into the chat: should we take anything away from his agent liking these things on social media? Are these opinions Jayden's opinions? Are these opinions the agent's opinions, or are they both of theirs opinions? That's what I'm trying to talk about in this conversation. Phil or Dev, I'll start with you. Knowing what we know, what they did with the quarterbacks and what his agent has now done on Twitter, it's Twitter, it's social media. What do you think that means? Does that mean anything?
I think I read somewhere. I was kind of at work when all this was going down and they were talking about it on the radio, but it sounded like he may have backtracked that and was like, that was the thing in the not agreeing. I was just like wondering why they're worried about it. Like
I saw someone tweet it, but I didn't have the context that he might have.
Yeah, he didn't. I guess the people were.
Was it damage control backtrack or
maybe? But I don't know if it matters.
Yeah,
it does seem like something a seasoned agent wouldn't do.
No, Todd.
There's only thing you could do is not. Or your job at this point, I think, as an agent, is not to fuck it up. Like, don't put something new out there on them. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, Jayden's visiting the Vikings today. Jayden went right to the Vikings today, which no one kind of expected that was going to happen. But he went right to the Vikings today after the Commanders visit yesterday. And no, Todd, LSU is not the new quarterback. They've only produced one quarterback worth a damn. I think one back in like the 70s.
Years. The last time they produced a quarterback that was worth a damn was in the 70s. That was Burt Jones.
Yeah, there we go. Burt Jones. Cody Jones. What's up, Cody? Say good evening, boys. Are you all wearing essence of Jayden? No relation to Burt Jones. No relation to Burt Jones. Yeah, Marcus still. Right. So Jayden says, Todd says something, and this is, I agree with Todd. Garrett Nussmeier would be a top 5 pick next from LSU. I think so. Garrett Nussmeier came in and threw 6 touchdowns in Jayden's absence. But people say, oh, Caleb Williams backup comes in and throws 4 touchdowns. He's so much better than Caleb. Garrett Nussmeier decimated.
Browning came in and threw in a bunch of touchdown passes for Burrow. Does it make him better than Burrow?
No, maybe. I'm just saying Garrett Nussmeier would be a good quarterback. That's my personal
opinion. Went to the Vikings because he really likes the purple and gold colors, purple and yellow.
Yeah,
maybe that.
Purple and gold is our colors in high school. I like it too.
Yeah.
By the way, there's a receiver that went to Western Kentucky that's projected to go in the late second, early third round from Campbellsville High School. Man, I know his folks.
Oh, shout out!
Yeah, so
shout out!
Maybe I was in on that. Who knows?
Maybe you did. Maybe Yam says he had a string of likes and interactions that were anti-Commanders processes, but he removed some of them, but left those. I think he's a donk and doesn't even know how Twitter works. That could be the case too. He just doesn't know. Greg says his agent's a clown. Clown shoes. Yam says Brian Kelly has never produced a good NFL quarterback. Uh-oh. I don't know if is he responsible for Joe Burrow? I don't know that.
No, he's not.
Then the answer is probably he has never produced.
Was Joe Burrow starting quarterback when he was in Ohio State, man?
No, wait, no. Brian Kelly's from went to LSU. The big dude that was there when Burrow won the national title with him.
It was Kelly.
He left, and Brian Kelly was his replacement.
Yeah, so he the one coached Burrow when he had a great year and got to the name.
No, he did not. He came in after Burrow was drafted.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought he was coaching LSU there.
Dev Marcus said Malachi Corey. Yeah, we talked about this a couple weeks ago on the show. Yeah. Ben says it boils down to this: quarterbacks are good. Who's got the best leadership skills? That's something I don't think we as fans are privy to. We see what they do on the field. I don't think we see the access that the rest of these guys have. So I can't answer that question. I don't know. All I know is what I see on social media and what I see on Twitter and what I see on the North Carolina films, people talking about, the other players, how good of a leader Drake May is. Like that. That's what I see. I don't I don't see anything else but that stuff right there. Okay. Next topic here, boys. What are we going to talk about here? Commanders hire NFL executive David Gardy. Who knows anything about David Gardy? So David Gardy is coming to us from as a long-time executive in the NFL. How lucky are we? I know this kind of came out of left field. People are saying that it's going to be it was a really good hire and that we are lucky. Oh, sorry, that's me. Lucky to have him. He's going to handle assorted in-game management duties and will support the coaching staff and front office on compliance with the league protocols, officiating trends, and health and safety guidelines. Official title, Senior Vice President of Football Initiatives. Phil,
snap.
what you think? What you think?
Look, in this day and age of greater regulation, corporate governance, you can't have enough people making sure that you're keeping everything well within regulations and not and avoiding fines and investigations and such. We had a severe lack of that under Dan Snyder. So I am definitely, fine with bringing somebody, especially somebody who comes from the league. So you're getting somebody who, in all essences, knows what the ins and outs are as far as what you can do, what you can't do, remaining in compliance with the league, with the collective bargaining agreements, all that, right? You brought in somebody who knows, and that's always a good thing to have.
Yeah. I'm with you. What say you, Dev?
I don't know.
I don't know him either.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just read you. Everything I read you was the first. Was when I discovered it.
I know enough to know that that's what he was. He's an executive in the league.
Hey man, if we're winning on the field, I mean that he's doing a good job. That's what I feel about. If you don't, fire him. Nah, I don't even know. I don't even know what he does, man. I know you told me, but I don't really know what that fucking means, man. I don't know what he does.
He's coming from the NFL, the senior NFL staff. So he's an NFL league staff. So he's going to bring that experience coming to
experience in what though? What is his day to day? When he goes to work in the morning, what is the first thing he do?
Like, what did he do?
Yeah. Like, if I say, hey, what'd you do at work today? What does he do?
He makes sure that all team activities and all fall within the guidelines.
What do you mean by team activities, though?
Whether it be, making sure you're not, you avoid tampering when you're in free agency.
He was the NFL's senior vice president of football operations, where he played a pivotal role in the development of policies and procedures that help control the competitive balance and integrity of the game. He also helped oversee all of the league's rules administration on game day.
Basically, he's going to help us not get screwed by someone like John Mara.
Yeah. Fuck him, by the way. Piece of shit.
And yes, your mic is still low, Dev.
Really? Right now it's still low?
A little better now.
You're good.
I didn't do anything.
You're good.
Weird.
You're good. Yeah. You got Ben and Todd arguing about you guys go at it. Amir says, I agree with Phil. Having someone who knows is never a bad thing. Yeah, having an insider, a guy who's been at the top, the guy that used to come down and point fingers at teams is now down below. So you're coming from the higher headquarters and going down below it. That's advantage team.
I'll give you a perfect real life example of this. My company just did something similar to this. We brought in a guy who his previous job was he was one of the guys who did OSHA inspections of industrial plants in the state of Virginia. He now is our senior safety director. So the guy who knows about who was enforcing the rules on a state level is now making sure the company remains in the rules at a state level. So you bring in somebody who's done it on one end to make sure that you comply on the other end. That's exactly what they did here.
Yeah. Fair enough. I don't think Dev's talking. Tim Calloway says he can also help with challenges in the booth. Right. Lord knows we need help there. Ron was terrible when it came to those things. You figured there'd be one person's job Your only job on this field is to help with challenges, and you still fucked it up. I don't know, man. Just a reminder, if you're watching this, thank you very much. We really appreciate it. Just hit that like button for us. We would greatly appreciate it. Make sure you're also subscribed to the YouTube channel. We would greatly appreciate it. Moving on to the next, they also hired an individual named Kirtan Mehta. Kirtan Mehta. I don't know if I'm messing up the language or not, but so the scoop on this guy right here. This one was just announced yesterday. Josh Harrod, he's a senior top Senate aide. He's hired a top Senate aide. Okay. They're thinking he's going to help Josh Harris navigate the politics of moving the team from Maryland to pieces of land somewhere owned by the federal government. There's a couple things that factor into this. Virginia is still kind of pissed that they didn't get the Caps and the Wizards package at the Potomac Yard, which was supposed to be around $515 million, something like that. Wes Moore, he is a Ravens fan, the governor of Maryland. He's lobbying to keep the Commanders in Maryland. Mayor Bowser, for all the things you hate or love about her, whatever, she's still fighting to bring football back in D.C. And so Kirtan Mehta, he was the chief of staff, I'm going to read these names, to Senator John Hickenlooper, a Democrat out of Colorado. He worked for Governor Phil Murphy, a Democrat out of New Jersey, and then Senator Joe Manchin, Democrat out of West Virginia. And his first task is help getting the House-passed legislation through the Senate that would allow Mayor Bowser to negotiate with Josh Harris on a potential package for a stadium on the banks of the Anacostia River. Now, Phil might have a little more insight to some of these people, but that's the hiring of Kirtan Mehta.
I can give you a little insight on that. So two of those three that you named, namely Manchin and Hickenlooper, are they're Democrats, and they're pro-business Democrats, right? And so they're very big on the idea of public-private partnerships. And so there's a lot of negotiating between government entities and private corporations in those types of partnerships. And because of that, I think he comes from a field legislatively that was very in favor of that. So he knows how to negotiate these types of things because he's been on, again, you're taking somebody from one end and putting him on the other because they know the ins and the outs. So he comes from a background of working for senators who were very big on the idea of creating these public-private partnerships. So I think that this is, if you're going to get somebody to do this, this is not a bad hire to go. He's been in the game for quite a long time. I kind of looked into his background a little bit, and yeah, he's definitely somebody who has experience with the right people to do this kind of stuff.
And it might be just what Josh Harris needs to get this thing pushed over the line as far as the new stadium and all that stuff. But anyways, so we have two new hires in the front office. So this team is still making moves. It's still hard to figure out this is what normalcy is supposed to look like. This could be normal for everyone else, but for us, this is uncharted territory. We're not used to any of this stuff. We're used to the same yes men and women.
You're the team in DC. Why not reach out to some of these,
right?
These political aides and so forth.
Right.
There's some juice worth squeezing.
Yes. That's right, Phil. All right. New slogan. Anybody, anywhere, anytime. There's no context to this. This was just posted by Nikki Javala in the team meeting room. I'll show you the picture here. Mighty right quick.
I like it.
It's not, I mean, it's a little, it's different, right? This is new. Anybody, anywhere, anytime. So take what you want from that. I think it just means that don't matter who you are, don't matter where you are, doesn't matter when it is, you can still get it. That's what I tell my wife, but it doesn't always work out that way.
These hands.
But yes, that's the new slogan that they got.
It's the same way as saying these hands are rated E for everyone.
Yes, you can get these hands, boys. Get these hands.
Any man can get it. Mexican, American, Dominican, any man can get them. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. I'm saying
what's his face, right?
people are clowning on the new slogan in the building and flat out do not understand it. I don't know what there's to not understand. Anybody, anywhere, anytime. It's pretty straightforward to me. What's there not to understand?
Sound like Diddy. P. Diddy quote there.
Old P Diddy, man.
Yes.
Still
It's an OnlyFans quote. Anybody, anywhere, anytime.
Still on the run. Still on the run. Yeah, yeah.
That's Phil's OnlyFans handle.
Ryan said DC couldn't stand losing the Caps and Wiz, but proved it by offering $500 million. They gained more having Washington back in DC, bring the jobs back. That's right.
Hey man, they need Caitlin. What's the basketball player's name?
Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, she's gonna be. She's making money now too, man.
Yeah.
A whopping $70,000 for being.
Well, hopefully they'll fix that, man. Hopefully this is the start of a new
wave.
What
are you talking about? She's making market share, dog.
No. I'm saying fix it for the whole league. Maybe this is the start of the polarizing players coming into the league, and they can, we're in the new dawn of a new era of post NIL. So something's going to have to change. That's all.
Is Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese going to be the WNBA's version of Magic and Bird? It could be.
For the record, DC passed on Angel Reese. They said we are not picking her.
She went only one slot further.
She did. She went to 7. The guard from Connecticut.
Yeah.
So
y'all picked the better,
but not the guard I wanted from Connecticut.
Yeah.
She wasn't the second best player in college basketball. She was just the second most popular.
Yeah,
she was on the best
true,
team.
Very true. But there's something to be said for that. There's something to be said for that in DC with the Mystics. People are talking about but Deb, she's from this area. That's
it would have been blockbuster news.
Yes,
for them.
she's from right outside of Baltimore.
She may have been the biggest ticket in
right.
Until Jayden.
I mean, the Mystics do okay. They do okay.
Y'all could have had her and Jayden Daniels and Ovechkin and hell, y'all could have had Harper and what's his face there too. But Soda. But guess what?
Could you imagine Angel Reese and Jayden Daniels in the same town? Boy, that'd be crazy. They make TikTok videos together. Greg said the slogan sounds like Dan Quinn. It does have a little bit of Dan Quinn. Maybe that's his stamp. They're not giving him a whole lot of anything publicly, so maybe that's his stamp.
I don't know what it means.
What do you mean you don't know what it means? Anybody, anywhere, anytime.
Can do what? Do what? Anybody, anywhere,
anytime.
What?
Any one of y'all on this team.
You know what you think it is to get the ass whooped? You think they can get the slogan's the ass whooping slogan?
Probably. Yeah. That's the way to take it.
Or it could mean that anyone, anywhere, anytime can make a play.
Can beat us.
That's loser talk.
Jesus Christ, yeah. That's the message they're trying to portray.
Yeah.
Or it could be about
anybody, anywhere, anytime. I mean,
it could be about being there for your teammates. There's so many ways you could take this. You can take it negatively.
Like you're being abducted by aliens over there, Phil. What's going on over there?
He's got the light.
He got one of the little ball things and shoot out stars.
This little light of his.
Yep. Got my projector.
That's what's up.
Yam says Monumental Network themselves said they are chipping in on the refurb the area. Okay.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Wiz about to get robbed in the lottery draft too. Even if they don't get a good pick, this coming class doesn't move needle for me. Yeah, it's we don't know how to draft anyway.
They rob themselves in the draft every year.
Correct.
Man, y'all should have got Wemby. Y'all got hosed, man.
Yeah, we had the highest chance of getting that stupid first pick, and then all of a sudden we get the 8th pick. Don't ask me how, man. All right.
This is right, wrong answers. The same.
It is. So as we kind of wind down to a little more informal stuff.
By the way, Florio said that this guy CJ Stroud wasn't a first round pick, by the way. Just while we're thinking about Florio.
I know, dude.
CJ Stroud wasn't a first round pick. So that just lets you know.
Take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
Take it with a grain of salt.
Don't listen to Florio. Anybody has a haircut like Bram Stoker's Dracula, don't listen to that guy. You know what I'm saying?
How's like this?
I mean, it's better than what's the other guy? Sounds like a Scooby-Doo villain. On there with
Colin Cowherd.
No. He's on the podcast with your boy all the time with Sheehan.
Tom Lavero?
Yeah, Tom Lavero. Yeah,
Mr. Ewok himself. He's an Ewok. He talks like this,
bro.
Hey,
yeah.
What are y'all doing?
It's like, is that Kenny Jr.?
Take my strong hand.
On a 20-minute rant about a guy outside running during COVID not wearing a mask. All right.
Yeah. I'm good on
I understand safety, but then there's like the dude's outside and he's jogging.
Yeah.
By himself.
We
He
good.
sounds
Shut
like
up,
the
Tom.
HBO Crypt Keeper. You remember that?
Oh, you know,
Yes.
Time for another spine chilling adventure.
Time for another story. Yes.
Good evening, ghouls and ghosts.
Ghouls
I
and
saw a
ghosts.
guest list from a dinner, and the guy who was in
Rest
the
in peace.
Irishman was on there.
Yeah. You know what's funny? One of my
Tales from the Crypt. That's what it's called.
random stupid skills is I think I do a pretty good Gollum from Lord of the Rings
Really?
impression.
My princesses, yes, we must take the ring to Mordor. Yes, we will. Masters wants us to do that.
That's pretty damn good.
Yeah, don't ask me why.
I think that just sounds like horny Tom Lavero.
Yeah, it does sound like Tom Lavero.
You
That's
got
what
any,
reminded me.
impressions, Phil?
Horny Tom Lavero. That's what his poor wife.
My
is up with.
princesses.
You gotta get that
Hey, I can
tone.
sound like Dr. Claw.
I'll get you next time, Gadget. Next time.
Go, Gadget, go.
If you want to do a Dr. Claw,
Dee,
you
dee,
just
dee.
do a Candyman. That's
Yeah.
that's it.
Ryan's right. The Wizards are going to draft another Euro because that's what we do, man. Every first round pick. Now, Denny is the only one who's hit, but we always draft Euros, dude, every time. Why? I don't know.
I don't even think Denny's that good either.
He's getting better, dude. He's coming in his own.
Denny's gonna
Dietrich
be-
says, must consider the comments made by former Commander players such as Chase Young and Montez Sweat. Culture, I see why they win. The details of each play, the details of assignment. Yeah, this is so. Chase was talking about when they went to these other teams. Montez says the new team's culture. Hopefully, they change as we as fans and so forth are witnessing the build of such a winning culture. Perhaps, I think we are. Like I said, we're having a hard time understanding why are they doing these things. Well, maybe it's because we're not used
We're
to
losers. And we're
used to
losers.
these things happening. We're used to Dan Snyder and Bruce Allen and I don't know, man.
It's like when you get a stray dog, you reach down to pet him and like, oh,
Yeah.
That's how we are.
The
Battle
Lux says
women.
the first thing I hear when I join is the Crypt Keeper.
Yeah.
Evening, ghouls and ghosts.
Oh snap! Ryan Elias with the super chat. Thank you very much. As that was spot on. I don't know who you're talking about. Probably talking about
You.
Dev's. What was your-
I also do a fantastic impression
Ryan.
of Brian Pumper. If he wants to know.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Hold on. I don't know who Brian Pumper is.
I know who Brian
Do not
Pumper
explain this. That is Steve can Google Brian Pumper.
I will not do that live on this podcast. By the way.
I got a Lexington Steel impression if any.
Okay.
Really
We're going into this
Peter-
territory.
Peter North, if you would, you know what I'm saying?
Yes. So
If it's his
CJ
own wood.
CJ Stroud. I'm gonna put this back up in a second, Ryan. CJ Stroud proceeds to throw a baseball. Now, if you know CJ Stroud, dude's got a cannon, right? He's got a cannon for an arm. He can throw a ball a mile. But look
Like
at this
your
dude
average.
throwing a baseball. He looks like the little league kid who it just
He looks
You
like
do
the little league right fielder.
He like he
Yes.
wears Dickies and work.
it was just too funny not to share. I'm just gonna play it.
What's wrong with it?
It's just funny, man.
don't
If you
get
play
it.
baseball, you look at that.
It's push throws. I mean, don't look bad. I mean,
Yeah, he
I
just.
thought he thought the first pitch.
I'm sure he did. He's probably just warming up for it.
What's even funny is that a lady he's throwing it to?
No, that's another player.
You
Probably
think
like
so?
a
Does he think so?
yeah, probably like a reserve player.
That motherfucker needs to go to the
Dev,
gym, I don't know,
Dev,
it looks like
you might
boobs
be
to me,
right.
big dog.
You
It
might be right. I think.
Or
you
that's
just-
me with
Oh,
hair.
right there.
I don't,
Dev, I think that's it.
know, man. It's like
That was
on
the-
Boomerang. That's boobs because I'm drooling. No, I was joking.
The thing about
I think that's
Stroud
the
is that
angle.
his throwing motion is weird with a baseball.
It's
But
it's
just
very
throwing-
weird.
That
throwing a
dude
baseball is a
slash
lot
girl
harder
he's
than people
throwing
think.
with is better form.
Yeah.
Though, I gotta lie.
Yeah,
That's
and he's just like kind of short
that's
hands
a girl,
it.
by the way.
And you
That's
know,
a,
It is.
woman.
It is a girl.
None of
That's a
his
woman.
throws go to the chest.
Yeah,
No
He
offense
doesn't
to the
point-
woman.
he
She's
doesn't
probably
point his
beautiful. I
glove
can't tell
where he's
from
supposed to be
here, from way
throwing.
up here, but I'm just saying.
boy's a damn good quarterback though. Give him
Yeah.
that.
But that's the thing is that when you throw, you always point the glove at your target because the ball will follow.
Yeah,
I don't know about it. I don't know.
yeah. Either way, I just wanted to.
That wasn't
show
funny
that.
though, man.
Yeah.
I got a chuckle out of it.
Yam said the Lions' new alternate helmet and uniform look fantastic. That's how you do a black uni and still keep your team.
You want to see somebody throw balls? You need to throw Brian Plumper.
Where did my there it is. Balls. Had to get the balls back. So Yam brings up a good point. We'll look at that uniform before it's over. I do want to show everyone the new Lions uniforms are pretty fire, man. I like them a lot.
What, they got a blue line on side of them?
I'll show you. Phil, you can read these next two comments. I'll pull it up real quick.
All right. So Deluxe says he disagrees that we don't know what winning looks like. If you look across the league, these moves are historically what winning looked like. That's true, but a lot of people in his fan base don't really pay that much attention to the moves to these these smaller moves. Littler, I'm not even a word.
Yeah.
They don't pay attention to the day-to-day stuff. They see the big moves, but they don't see the day-to-day stuff. And when they see us doing these day-to-day things and it's not what they're used to, they're like, well, why are we doing this? Well, that's because this is the day-to-day stuff that you miss because you're not following every other team in the league.
Right.
And that's why I say when we talk about we don't know what winning looks like. As a fan base, we haven't seen our franchise make the day-to-day moves on a consistent basis. We've seen it here and there, but not on a consistent basis.
Yep. Ryan Last called us out. I see titty. It's a she, man. Dietrich Jones called me out, said the breast viewing. Yes, man. He saw me trying. Yes, that's how we discovered. Dev pointed it out. I had to look, but yes.
Yeah, he looked up Brian Pumper.
No. In the video of that person throwing at that right angle, and she was pulling her arm back, you could see the.
Hey, look, my titties look like that too when you pull back. So who knows, man?
Amir says that Amir bringing up basketball talk says they thinks that the Warriors are going to move on from Draymond and Clay, aka Steve's brother. Steve, you Clay's brother.
The rest of that statement is bullshit, though.
Clay,
but look, hey man,
Clay Thompson.
Draymond Green is the blackest name I've ever heard in my life. Next to Lakeisha, was that the woman that left her kids while she went to Florida on a damn cruise?
Oh yes, that lady.
Lakeisha,
that lady.
Something Williams. That was the blackest name I've ever heard, big dog. Lakeisha Williams. I used to date a woman named Lakeisha Williams in high school, man. I heard in elementary or middle school.
So this is what Yam was talking about. This is the new Lions uniform. I think it's done pretty.
Yeah, this looks like the kind of stuff I would make in Madden back in the day.
It has a little bit of high school, kind of have a high school vibe to it. I don't know, man. I don't mind our black uniforms at all.
Like the shit
I wish the helmets were black and the line was blue. It would look better, I think, but that's all right.
I don't mind our black uniforms. I really don't. I personally don't.
I don't like the W. I wish they changed that shit.
Yeah.
Do something to it. I don't mind AW, but I don't know if I like that one. I like the what's y'all's baseball team? The fucking
Nationals.
I like their W.
Curly W.
Pretty
Curly
cool.
W. It's Walgreens W.
They're trying to get rid of that.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah. I mean, I don't like W. I wish. I mean, if you ask me, I wish there was an animal or some shit. I think we should put a fucking gold tank on the side of the helmets, man. Honestly, I've been doing that for years. Yeah, just run out to fucking with no limit soldier. That's what I wish. I told you, but it's not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We got stuck with a corny ass W in the Commanders, which is only one commander in the military, and we have the S.
I know. I agree.
It's a hall of weird.
Yeah, it says it's clean. We're crazy. Yeah, I'm with you. Amir says, "Look at Klay Thompson. Look at Steve. Tell me they're not related somehow."
Man, Klay Thompson is probably washed.
He's done, dude.
Draymond,
you know what?
Draymond's only good in Golden State, man.
Golden State's
too
old.
Any other team but Golden State ever.
You're too old. They didn't want to. They could. You know what? You know why? Jordan Poole should have replaced Klay Thompson, but Draymond Green fucked that up when he punched him in the face.
He
can't keep
the replacement because he can't play defense. Thing about Klay is not. He's not really washed though. He's just not. He's washed enough where he can't be your number 2, bro.
Yeah.
He can be a number 4. Like if he went to Lakers and sit in the corner and waited on LeBron to throw shots to him to hit threes, or go to the Knicks and wait on Brunson and hit him in the corner. Like he could do that. But if you're asking him to go out there and get you 25 because the guy don't want to play out game, I don't think that's the guy. I think that guy's not showing up most of the time anymore, not consistently.
Yeah,
Klay Thompson's still a dog. 17 points a game means, in my opinion,
look at that guy.
Player, not a great
He's
player.
got hair. Clay's got hair. Yeah, I do not.
Clay could walk me in a game of basketball. I'll have
Clay's
no
got
shot.
hair. I do not.
But yeah, Clay is probably done. Draymond Green, I've never understood why he gets the claim he does, man. I've never understood what he does, man.
Yeah.
I still think he's no good on any team in the NBA except for Golden State Warriors. I can't think of another
Right.
team in the league that he starts for besides the Golden State Warriors.
What does he provide? He's
no
a goon.
idea,
He's the guy you bring in to
no
foul.
idea what he does, bro. Like, but if you look at you watch the game with the Eagles, look at the stat bucket, he probably got 10 points, 9 assists, 8 rebounds.
Like,
it's
man.
weird. He does produce sometimes, but it's just he's a max player.
Produces technical fouls.
He's a max player, and I feel like, man, if you're paying somebody $30 million a year,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Same thing with Clay. You're paying him $30 million something a year. I don't know if I could do it, man.
Yeah. Yam says the main problem with our black versus the Lions black is our black loses way too much of the burgundy, and the yellow looks too much like mustard.
It sounds a little racist. I don't know. The problem with your black, we control our blacks over here. I don't know.
What?
Marcus said, Dev, he isn't visiting, but he's interested in going to Louisville. Plus, Pat Kelsey got a lot of players coming on campus the next 2 weeks.
Telling you, hey, man, Bronny Jr., come to the Knicks of Louisville. Bronny, I think is going to be one of the players going to be better than the NBA. He's got the size. If you could get him on a team where he has to play like 15 to 17 minutes a game and really develop him, I think you can get some use out of a guy like that, man. Play some defense, hit some threes, bro.
Happy birthday to you. We appreciate you coming by.
Oh my God, the comment section wants a war with me.
Todd, no Klay Thompson to the Woods. Stop.
No, we're gonna start with
Klay Thompson,
this.
LSU.
I should say Deluxe wants a war with me.
Don't you have this hat, Phil?
Cherry blossoms are okay.
I got the bucket hat, but that's
bucket
because
hat.
I got it. But I mean, I got it for free.
Yeah, it's an acquired look.
You got to dance for it.
It's an acquired look.
This thing is such trash. Hold on. No.
Trash Panda.
You got to put on
Trash
something
Panda.
skimpy. Phil had to put on something skimpy for that.
It's different. It's different. I have a navy blue or a gray Nets shirt. It's gray with I have a t-shirt. I have a t-shirt of one of those, Phil. I do.
I like that setup, man.
I have the t-shirt.
Oh, those colors are awful, dude.
It's an acquired taste. I like it. I have a hat that I don't wear, but I have a shirt that I do wear.
I like to get a t-shirt made like that. It'd be pretty dope. I'm not a family Yankees fan.
Putting flowers.
It's the cherry blossom, though. It's
y'all
DC.
state flowers and shit?
It's what we have here, and they're already gone.
Is that y'all's state flower or whatever?
It's the DC thing. Like they show up, they bloom for like 5 to 7 days, and then
so it's your state flower then, right? Like ours, the golden.
We got them as a gift from the nation of Japan.
Yeah.
What is y'all state flower then?
Well, I'm in Virginia, so it's a dogwood.
Dogwood. Really?
Yeah.
Fucking tree?
Well, hold on. That's not the flower.
State flower is probably
y'all don't know y'all state flower, bro.
A black-eyed Susan, Dev. That's what ours is. A black-eyed Susan.
No wonder y'all can't say that shit.
It's a giant freaking dandelion.
Flowering. I was right. The dogwood flower is the state flower of Virginia.
Dev, I am being dead serious when I tell you our state flower. Look.
Yeah, it's black-eyed Susan.
Black-eyed Susan.
Damn.
I am not making that up.
Rutabaga,
Redamucker, Rockamucker. It just looks like a damn dandelion. Whatever it is, it gives me allergies. I'll put it that way. I'll put it that way. Deluxe says, "Why war? Don't make break out the burger gun gif."
The Mary Jane bush is my state flower.
Nat Sakura gear straight. I have not seen that one. The Nat Sakura gear.
Kurgan.
No, Sakura gear. Yeah. All right. Marcus says, I have to go. I'm not missing next week. Yeah, we're getting ready to shut it down here soon. Marcus, thank you for joining. The live stream will be live next week for all the first round.
For the Sudoku of
with Todd.
Sudoku of
motherfucking
Todd.
Samuel.
You got to bend the knee if he's got to bend the knee to May if he's the quarterback.
It's going down.
Dude, did you just play a gong and a bow at the same time, Steve?
Yes. And I'm gonna commit seppuku, and then someone's gonna have to second him.
Seppuku, man. You gotta get on Shogun, Phil. You slipping out, man. You would love it.
Yep. I am all caught up.
Shit. You would love it, man.
All caught up.
I even started reading up the real.
I'm gonna read the books. I'm gonna read the books after the James or Claire. I can't pronounce the last name. The books. It's Game of Thrones. That's how I'll capitalize it.
Without the titties.
Without the titties, yes.
Yeah,
Ryan says, not sure how much time we have left, but
Which is ironic.
CAPS. Love to see the young kids playing after selling. The Capitals were not supposed to make it. They sold at the trade deadline. They were like, you know what? We're trading everyone away, and we're already looking to the next season. And all of a sudden, they stumble into the playoffs.
They stumbled at the end, but they went hot.
Yeah.
They went hot. They've been hot since January, and then they went on a 6-game losing streak.
Y'all playing the Rangers, huh?
I don't know if it's set. There's games tonight.
Yeah,
I don't know what's set.
Rangers game 1 is Sunday,
and the Rangers apparently is the team we match up with the best. And we're that team, Dev, at the end of the year who gets hot. Like you never want to see that team. Like
Bob Dolan still owns them, so
we're that team, which is rare. Usually we're the team that's good, and we play the team that's hot, and then we lose.
Hey,
so we're that team.
Our owner's hockey team got eliminated. The Flyers.
Yeah. Philadelphia. Don't like Philadelphia. Dietrich says, thank you for podcasting. You guys are great. Thank you, Dietrich, for tuning in, man. We greatly appreciate you. We'll catch you next Thursday. Draft time. I forget what time draft coverage starts. We'll probably go live like 15 minutes prior.
Dietrich Jones, top 5 black name. That's definitely a black person's name. Hey, I can say that because my name is Sean Deveron. You know, that's clearly a black person.
Yeah.
Name.
Oh, look at Ryan. X-Men 97 is legit for
I
your
told y'all,
information.
man. I tried to tell y'all this shit. Man. X-Men 97 might be the best show on TV, not named Shogun. Fallout's pretty good too, by the way. I'm on like episode 6 of Fallout.
Yeah.
It's pretty good too. But X-Men 97 is legit. The shit,
It
man.
is.
It's just as good as it was in 1996 when it came out.
Yeah.
Or went off. It's just as good.
Todd said next week I'm posting screenshots. Todd, there's no need to post screenshots, buddy, because this is going to be live on YouTube
you're
forever.
Be on here, big dog.
There's no screenshots.
You will have a platform.
Todd, you're going to be on the podcast.
You will have a
platform. There's going to be 4 squares on this motherfucker, and you're going to be one of them.
There will be 4 squares
on this motherfucker.
All right.
If that's not what you understood, Todd, we hope to have you with us.
So you can go cry in the car.
You can wear a mask. You can wear a Jayden Daniels mask.
Yam, Dietrich, Cody Jones. We'll shoot you a link. Somebody.
Yeah, and the draft is gonna be long. So we would love anyone who's in here. We will throw you if you want to just DM any one of us. We'll throw you the link. We'd love to have you on. Anytime after we pick, we'll just bring anyone who wants to come on. Next week will be one of those episodes where people just come and go, man. It'll be a blast.
I'll be smoking on something sticky,
and I will be drinking some bare knuckle whiskey from Manassas, Virginia.
That's right.
As much as I am, the OK player hater over here. There is that part of me that's just like, if we do draft Jayden, just the elation that Todd's going to feel like we should all want to feel like that as fans.
Thanks, Dietrich. Appreciate you.
But there's also that sick part of me that's just, if we don't, wants to see what happens to.
It will be better content.
That's the reality of man right there.
But like I said, when you're of the mindset that I'd be happy with any of them, I win.
I would be okay with all of them. I want Jayden Daniels, dog. But if we don't, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't want Dotson and end up. I liked him. I wanted.
You know what? I'm gonna have to put that on Twitter. And if y'all should listen, I will post that on Twitter and on Facebook group. Our reactions for the last 2 drafts, because last year it was very mediocre, and the year before that was even more mediocre. We're like, all right, here it comes, Kyle Hamilton. Who the fuck is Jahan Dotson? If Phil was the only person who knew what Jahan Dotson was because he's a Penn State fan, we didn't know who Jahan Dotson was.
And the smile, you see it. You see the smile like creep on my face.
Dude, Kyle Hamilton was staring at us right in the face.
Right.
I still think we picked the wrong pick. I still think it should have been Kyle Hamilton.
For sure. One of them's in an All-Star game, one isn't.
Love Jahan. Don't get me wrong. Love Jahan. But
yeah, I like John too, but Kyle Hamilton would have been.
And in Forbes, we were all like, it was like,
oh.
Like we wanted a corner, but not that one.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like we were better GMs than the last 2 picks, in my opinion. I don't know.
DM says they changed too much lore. Changed too much lore in X-Men 97 for me to give a damn.
They didn't change anything. What are you talking about? They didn't change anything. Like everybody died.
I'm with you, Todd. Okay.
They just picked up from where it ended.
Todd, if we get Jayden, we will let you have your your reign, so we won't limit you.
Oh
Until
yeah,
it's
you
easy.
can cuss.
But you can't run. You can't
Don't
run.
pull your dick out. That's all we ain't
can't
letting you
run.
do. You know what I'm saying?
Todd, here's the thing: if we don't draft Jayden, you can't run.
You
Yes.
can't be like,
That's
suck
safe.
this and pull it out. You can't do that. Other than everything else is on the table.
Don't get us a perma ban on YouTube.
AG says Washington will kill the draft. Have a good feeling this year. I think we do, man.
They better kill the draft or Todd's gonna kill something else. Called
Get
himself.
it set up, yeah.
Cuckoo.
Get it set up. We'd love to have you. Or connect with your phone, man. We still have you on with the phone, man.
Yeah, you can come on for like 5 minutes on your phone,
Yeah.
man.
That was Phil last week. Was it last week?
You're not in Japan anymore.
Yeah.
By the way, I don't know why
Document
Blackburn want to
everything.
leave, man. He's in the island full of Asian women and fucking fresh sushi. And he got an assassin and 2 bodyguards that are like,
I'm not
super
leaving.
fine. Yeah, I was like, hey, I'm staying right where I am. Fuck that boat and them men, dog. I'm just right here.
Ooh, look at Dietrich dropping a little hidden gem saying JJ McCarthy, the diamond in the rough in this quarterback draft.
I think that's gonna be Penix. I just got this weird feeling.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He may not
Most
be,
people
he
feel
may
like
not
Penix
be
is
a
the best thrower.
franchise guy, but he's gonna be around for 15 years starting.
Like Geno Smith.
Yeah.
Nah, better.
Like Teddy Bridgewater.
Maybe better because he's already had the injuries. Teddy got them as a throw.
Yeah, Teddy got knocked out every level. He got knocked out in high school, in college too.
Deluxe would be happy if any of them. Todd said I'm in
I would say
JD5
any
all
of
the
them.
way.
That's 3 I'd be happy with. The other ones I'd be pretty disgusted. I ain't gonna lie.
But what if you could get a haul? You could get a haul for if you get out of you get a haul.
You
But
get a haul of 2nd round picks next year again when you're picking the 1st, 2nd overall again next year. No quarterback.
Tim said he'll be there to see
Mariota
Todd
playing
cry
quarterback
live.
for you.
JJ the bust of the draft.
I don't know, man. I don't know what you would consider bust. No, I don't think a lot of people think JJ is going to be.
Yo, we got some spicy takes.
You trying to get on Dietrich's?
No, talking about first of all, Dietrich says JJ McCarthy equals Terry
Bradshaw.
That's an interesting comp.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
AG says Penix is Warren Moon 2.0.
I love that because Warren Moon is one of my favorite quarterbacks of all time.
Warren Moon played forever. And he was a guy who was counted out for different reasons, but he was counted out. But he was a pure thrower, and I think Penix is a pure thrower.
Yeah.
Like, and Moon had a pretty snap release. Penix has a snap release. I like quarterbacks who have a strong, quick release. I usually don't mark out over lefties, but
give me Warren Moon. Give me Warren Moon, Dev, over Dan Marino. I'd take Warren Moon. That's
neither
me.
one of them won a Super Bowl, so
no, neither one.
That's why I picked him.
I was just a Warren Moon stan. Todd says JJ equals Rex Grossman.
God,
if you listen to Todd, every quarterback not named James Daniels is it's he probably says, oh, Kansas City's quarterback is pick 6 Mahomes, and in Seattle they have pick 6 Geno and pick 6 Sam, and in New York they have pick 6 Danny Dimes. Like everything's pick 6. Like I really wish that Todd would at least come up with an original material for these nicknames he gives everybody.
Hey, I'm saying if JJ was Rex Grossman in college, Rex Grossman one of the best college quarterbacks ever.
Florida, man. Florida, right?
College. We're talking about college.
Yeah.
You can't clown on Rex Grossman in college.
Rex Grossman went to a Super Bowl.
Yeah. Started, yeah.
And he had Sam Howell numbers, 21 and 21, something like that.
Rex Grossman was a bad MF in college, bro.
Yeah.
Y'all tripping, man.
I actually liked Rex here.
I like Rex in Florida. I like Tebow in Florida. He might be the greatest quarterback ever played.
I like Rex over John Beck.
Calling me out. Moon over Marino is crazy, and I love Moon. Yeah,
hey, man, it's hard. It's a harder choice, especially if you pull them numbers out. It's harder than you think, man. It's harder than you think. You pull them stats out. It's a hard one, man. Warren Moon versus Dan Marino.
Sonny Jurgensen is one of those quarterbacks from back in the day whose game translates to a more modern NFL, right? Because he was throwing the ball in a run heavy era. Right. A lot of the modern passing game, you can kind of trace back to guys like Sonny because we couldn't. If you look at the stats, we weren't running the ball for shit when Sonny was quarterback. All we did was throw. Now, granted, we had no defense. So that's why we didn't have a lot of winning seasons. We didn't have any winning seasons in the 60s until Vince Lombardi showed up in 69. Pause. But Sonny Jurgensen, if you look at his numbers and you compare it to all the other quarterbacks of the 60s, he's going bombs away relative to a lot of them. Only a handful were even close.
Lombardi went 500 and died, didn't he? He didn't have a winning season, did he?
He never had a losing season.
Yeah.
Including his 1 year with us. We were 7-5-2. His first and only season with us. And that was the first winning season we had in 1969. That was the first winning season we had since 1955.
Vince Lombardi or Joe Gibbs? I'm going Joseph. Joseph Gibbs, probably the number 2.
Here, Joe Gibbs.
Joe Gibbs, number 2 quarterback of all time, man. After Belichick. Number 1 quarterback, number 1 coach of all time. 3 Super Bowls with no franchise quarterbacks
season ever.
With no franchise quarterbacks, 3 different teams.
That's a tough one because Lombardi never had a losing season, and he had 5.
Neither did what's the name? They had a losing seasons, but his overall winning percentage was killing Gibbs, and he did it.
Joseph Jackson Gibbs.
Yeah, JJ Gibbs, dog.
JJ Gibbs. Yeah. AG says house starts in Seattle by week 10. I agree. I think we all, at least me and Phil.
Vince Lombardi was listen to this. Vince Lombardi's record as a coach was 96, 34, and 6. Yes, 73.8% winning percentage, and he was 9-1 in the playoffs. So overall,
there's 13 teams in the league when he did have this.
105, 35, and 6. All right.
There's 13, 15 teams in the league when he did that shit.
Joe Gibbs, 124 and 60 with a 68.3% winning percentage. He is owned at the time he was put in the Hall of Fame. Only Lombardi and John Madden had a higher win percentage.
Yeah, and Lombardi wasn't really doing shit. He was just on the team. But yeah, I don't know, man. Like I'm going with Joseph Gibbs when he played in the
Joe Gibbs probably. I will say this: Joe Gibbs probably did it with less.
He did it with less
talent. Joe Gibbs didn't have a Bart Starr. He didn't have a Hall of Fame quarterback.
He had niggas too. He played in the league when niggas played. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Lombardi wasn't raised.
That's like I ain't saying he is. That's like giving Kentucky props for winning out of national championships before niggas played. Come on, y'all got the same amount of championships as Louisville got when niggas started playing. That's crazy. Y'all gonna count the black and white days and shit when Pat Riley was dribbling basketballs and shit. That's crazy. Ever since Glory Road happened, y'all got 2 rings just like us, nigga. That's insane. As soon as niggas got on the court.
Dad will do anything to take Kentucky down to Louisville's level.
Man. And the Cowboys. And the Diaz brothers. I bury those cockroaches. Scarface.
Lord.
Never find another bad guy like me, man.
I will agree with this. I will agree with this, and people argue this with me all the time, but I agree with AG here. Theismann was a franchise quarterback. Yes, he was.
Hold on.
He was.
Hold on.
Don't say Sam Howell. Sam Howell.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get.
No, come on. In one season, Sam Howell surpassed Heath Schuler in 2 games.
But listen to this. Tell me y'all wasn't just as hyped for Heath Schuler as we are for Daniels when Heath Schuler was coming out, though. When Heath Schuler was coming out to the
Daniels?
In that draft, I wanted Trent Dilfer.
For Daniels?
I wanted Heath Schuler when he came out to the scene.
Trent Dilfer in that draft.
That wasn't the same year, was it? That wasn't that same year,
yeah,
was
it? That was.
I thought he came out Rick Meyer and came out.
Heath Schuler wore number 21 in Tennessee. Number 21. I remember.
I thought Heath Schuler was Rick Myers' year.
94,
year
I think.
That's 92. We got Heath Schuler in 94.
Yeah.
And that was the argument. That was the debate. Will we go Heath Schuler or will we go Trent Dilfer? I wanted Trent Dilfer.
Yeah.
Personally. Now, granted, I was 11, but I guess I had a better eye because Trent Dilfer had a longer career in the league.
I think I was present for Heath Schuler's first win. It was my first game ever at RFK. Or maybe it was already RFK. And I think I saw Heath Schuler threw like 15 screen passes to Brian Mitchell. Something stupid like that. And we won the game against Arizona. Stupid. Horrible game.
Ricky Irvins, Brian Mitchell, and Reggie Brooks were our running backs.
Reggie Brooks, number 40, Notre Dame.
He was terrible. He was great. He was great in in '93, which they were pretty much still running the Gibbs offense. Terrible under Norv Turner because he was not built for that offense.
Patrick Ramsey? That was what, 96?
Tulane, right?
Patrick Ramsey was
92.
02 or 03.
Later?
Nah, I couldn't have been that late.
Yeah, Patrick Ramsey.
I definitely wasn't in Bowling Green then. I was definitely in
Patrick
maybe
Ramsey.
college.
Patrick Ramsey is 02.
Holy moly, man! I thought it was way earlier than that.
I did too.
No,
Getting old.
we had Heath Schuler and Gus Farrat, and then Trent Green had a year. But he was a low round pick. We got him in like the 6th or 7th round,
Trent
like
Green
in
was a
'96.
diamond, though. He didn't get a year, did he? I thought he got hurt.
Who, Trent Green?
Yeah.
No, he got hurt. He had one good year. 98. He took Gus Farrat gets hurt. Trent Green comes in, has a great year
Then
with
he gets
Mike March as
money for the
quarterback
Rams.
coach.
He gets all the money from the Rams.
Mike March goes to the Rams to be offensive coordinator. He brings Trent Green with him, and Trent Green almost re-signed with us, but instead he goes to the Rams, and first preseason game gets injured by Rodney Harrison.
Yeah, and then they put Warner.
I remember the 90s NFL. I remember stuff play by play.
And Warner got the call, and then it went all downhill from there for Green.
So we went from, and you got to understand, Gus Farrat and Heath Schuler, neither one of them started their rookie year. The starting quarterback opening week was John Freeze, who we had gotten from San Diego. We had
Tony Banks
2 rookies backing up that guy. Little history for you. We went through 3 quarterbacks in North Turner's first season as head coach. But
I went to Minnesota and did all right that year, though. Next year or whatever.
Well, what happened was that Trent Green goes and gets hurt.
Yeah.
And then we ended up getting getting Brad Johnson. And Brad Johnson balled out.
Should have kept that guy.
Santo Bazanka, thank you for joining. Better late than never. We appreciate you. We can ready to shut this thing down here, man. Good all the nostalgia talk. But hey, we'll be back next Thursday live for the NFL draft. NFL draft time. The NFL draft starts at coverage starts at Thursday, 8 p.m. So we'll probably go live right around 8-ish, give or take. So probably 30 minutes from our normal time frame. So buckle up. We'll have Mr. Todd Samuel.
Right at our normal time and go right into it and not stay the whole goddamn first round.
But we miss our pick probably. If we go at 8:30 and this draft starts at 8.
We all gonna have it on.
NFL draft starts at 8.
I'm on Eastern time.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm on Central time.
Yes,
I'm sorry.
8 o'clock East Coast
7
time that the draft
o'clock,
starts.
okay.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
sure, you're right. No worries. All right.
We might go live a few minutes early just to.
Todd said, I'm going to join live from my phone at LSU. Yes, do it. By the way, LSU's facilities are better than most NFL facilities. Just throwing that out there. You guys seen that shit?
LSU's women is.
It is insane, their facilities. It's madness. No college has any business being that
They
nice.
do all that, and their women's coach still dresses up like she's in a minstrel show.
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on with
We'll be
shit?
back. But thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much, Ryan, for the super chat. Like I said, always appreciate it. Never ask for it. Thank you so much, man. We appreciate it. Everyone else who tuned into the chat, we love you. AG, Todd, Yam, Deluxe, Utah, Todd, Marcus, Ryan,
Facebook user,
Yam, Dietrich, Facebook user, Tim Calloway, Ellie for punching in, Terrence Perry. I'm probably missing a few others here. Tia, thank you. Happy birthday. We appreciate you. Amir, always a pleasure. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Next Thursday, it's going to be a blast. So if you do want to join us next Thursday, you can either put it in this chat. We'll send you the link. You can decide you don't have to decide before. You could decide live, hey, I want to come in. We'll shoot you the link and come join us. So bring your drink, bring your smoke, bring your food, bring whatever you want. It'll be a fun few hours next Thursday night. So might have to call in sick next Friday. I don't know.
I'm not.
Think about it.
Like ass in there.
I'm not.
I'm going to see Cat Williams Saturday. I forgot to tell y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah, you told us off the pod, but yeah, I've seen Cat Williams. It's a great show. You should have a good time, Dev.
Yeah. Okay, Dietrich, hit us up. We will get you on here. The only thing you got to do, man, is tell us your fan story. That's the only prerequisite. When you come in, you got to let us know how you became a fan. That's all we want to know. How you became a fan of this team. That's the only prerequisite. Yam says, peace, keep it real, Maze the way, or give us the big,
shit.
big
Mandalorian.
Penix.
This is the way.
Yes, the pick is in. The pick is in. You're tweeting Sam Howe and Jayden gets picked. Come on, leave Sam alone, dude. Leave Sam alone. All right, we're going to get out of here. Thank you very much. Please like and subscribe to the podcast. Like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. This will be out on all of your audio podcast platforms in about 20 minutes if you want to catch on a replay tomorrow on the audio side. But hey, share this with your other Commanders, friends, family. We greatly appreciate it. But it's been a blast.
We don't bring the mid here.
No, we don't do no MIDI.
If
All right.
we did, we'd probably have better guests.
We love you guys as always. Peace.
We got to say, I forgot this. One more thing. We already made a bet too. Steve has said he's going to sing "My Niggas" by DMX karaoke if we do not play if we do not select Jayden Daniels. Don't forget this. He said this.
I never agreed.
He said he's going to sing "My Niggas" by DMX.
Putting words into my mouth.
Literally going to put the words "My Niggas."
I don't think I'm down with that, man. I don't think I can do it.
I'll sing it with you, bro.
I'll just lip sync, Matt. Some shit that you don't want to try about.
Yeah,
that's what I have to do.
You gotta do the radio edit. Every time just my what?
Yeah. What?
My ninjas.
All right, we out of here. Peace.
What?
What?
Come on.